Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we've got Throwback Thursday to discuss and review. This week's Throwback Thursday is brought to you by Rachel Botari, and she picked Sassy Girl Aromas. Now this was a mini pie. Sassy Girl Aromas Raspberry Brûlée Creme de la Creme. Alright, so I don't have set note descriptions for this. I picked this up back in February. Pardon my nails. It's... Hopefully there's only a couple of videos with my janky nails, and after that it should be okay. So anyway, I picked this up I ordered it in February, I believe, yes. So it was like my first order with Sassy Girl Aroma, and I was able to, at that point, it was no problem for me to order a 6-pack of her mini pies. Since then, it's like ridiculous. They're like always gone anyway. But anyway, so I don't have a set note description, but if you guys know what raspberry smells like, and a brulee is just very creamy, very sweet. It's the dessert that has like a custard down below, and then you throw sugar on top, and then you I take a torch, I have like a baking torch, and you blast that over the sugar, and it creates like a hard glass-like caramely looking coating. So the whole idea is that you have a nice cold pudding underneath, like a custard, and you crack into the custard through, like with a spoon, but through the cracked part, like the hard candy sugar portion, into the nice custard down below. So it's very creamy, it's very sweet. You know, custard itself, unless you add stuff to it, it's mostly vanilla based. And the creme de la creme. I mean, we're just talking, it's raspberry and cream is pretty much what I get from the title of this, and based on my experience. I actually like making creme brulees. My favorite is a white chocolate raspberry creme brulee that I make. It's really good, if I do say so myself. Anyway, okay. So anyway, like I said, picked this up in February, received it in part of my sampler of mini pies. I enjoyed it. I enjoy the smell of it at the beginning, but of all the 6 pies that I had, this is one of the bottom ones that I didn't break into, obviously, didn't break into as quick. So, I mean, because it's super, super sweet, and like some of the other ones were like fruity and lively, and at that time, keeping in mind, I got this in February, and at that time we were getting to spring, and then there was summer, so this to me was more of a fall scent, hence why it was in the Throwback Thursday for fall. All right, so I did cut this, and if any of you guys follow me on Instagram, you will have seen a photograph that I did. I took the mini pie, which comes in a like a metal tin. I removed said mini pie from the metal tin, placed it onto a paper towel, then took it into my microwave, blasted it for 15 seconds. That's 15 seconds. And then I took it and removed the melt that was with the paper towel to the counter, and I proceeded to, I went to cut it up into 4 sections. I cut the first section, no problem. Went to cut the second section, and if you saw my Instagram, which always is posted down below, you will have seen it was like a bloodbath. It was like gushing jelly-filled donut. It's like I hit a spot on the the muffin at the time that just gushed. Everything else was solid. And, you know, I was just melting it a little bit so I can make it an easier cut. Anyway, it just gushed, and it gushed everywhere. This isn't obviously the piece. I melted that piece that gushed, which was so weird. So, you know, people are like, maybe you melted it too long, but I'm like, it's not my first rodeo. Like, I've been melting my, you know, loaves or the roses or shapes from BCS or things like that I know I'm gonna have to cut, because I've tried cutting those things when they're cold and they just crumble apart, especially if you got tri-layered or dual layers or chunks, for instance. Melting it just for that short amount of time normally just sort of keeps it together so you can get a good chunk like this. So anyway, that was interesting. So there was that. Not a big deal, easy cleanup. You just let it cool, and just took my nail and chipped it off of my, it gushed onto the countertop off of the paper towel. So, but yeah, not a big deal. Now, this smells exactly on cold as it does warmed. And I'm happy to announce this is actually, considering how old this, I mean, we're approaching a year. We're at least 8 months away now. This did really, really well. It threw like probably a 9.5 out of 10. As far as scent appeal when melting, it's kind of the same. It's super sweet. Not caramelly sweet, but it's super, super sweet. I enjoyed it, but I only melted it for 6 hours and I had to take it off. So you guys, I'm telling you right now, this thing could have probably had a lot longer to melt. It could have done a lot more. I couldn't get over like the uber sweetness of it. So would I recommend this? If you've got a sweet tooth and you love your home smelling like sweetness, and I got a lot of a buttery note from it. Not a popcorn, because I hate popcorn, but I got a buttery, creamy, like grandma's homemade, like she puts butter because butter equals love kind of thing into all of her baked goods. So I did get a lot of butter from that. So yeah, I would recommend this if this is something that you would definitely gravitate to in scent note description, like raspberry brulee, creme de la creme. So thank you very much, Rachel, for picking this melt out. It was awesome. You guys, we only have I think there's only 4 more weeks of Throwback Thursday for fall, and then we're jumping into December, which is so exciting for me too. I always look forward to each new season change. So again, thank you very much. Overall, would I recommend this? Again, if you have a sweet tooth, yes. I have no idea how often Sassy Girl Aroma puts this scent out. I haven't purchased from Sassy Girl Aroma since April 1st. So I'm not quite sure. I'm a little bit out of the loop with that. Maybe someone who watches my channel who does buy Sassy Girl on a regular basis, maybe you guys can comment down below and let the others know your experience, and if you've seen this before or lately, come out in her scent list. All right, so onwards. As mentioned, we only have a couple weeks left of Throwback Thursday for fall. So first person to comment down below in the comment section to either pick a candle or pick a wax melt. So I'm not doing one or the other. It's just either a wax. I'm only picking one item. Sorry, again, the worst nail ever. I'm picking one item to review and come back to you guys with. So the first person down below who picks either a candle or a wax melt, I will either burn or melt it and come back to you guys next week for a review. So the first one we've got here is Yankee Candle Spiced Covered. Yankee Candles Moroccan Argan Oil, which is, I think it's an European exclusive, because if you see on top it says Passion for Fragrance, and I think that's European. My friend Anthony probably could tell that or say something about that too. I'm sure that that's what it is. Root Legacy Mulled Cider. This is the Travelton size. And the last candle I have is Root Candles Blue Basil. Let's see if I can get that. There we go, sort of. There we are, Blue Basil. To me, this has like a juniper-like note to it. And now we're on to the wax melts. We have Sassy Girl Aromas Sweet Potato Pie, Destination Wax Zucchini Red Apple Pumpkin, and lastly, we have Kushner's Creations Hippie Pie Supreme, or no, Pumpkin Pie Supreme Hippie Corn. I think that's what it is. So you guys, that is everything for Throwback Thursday. Thanks so much for joining me. And as always, you guys, be safe and have fun. Take care, guys.